We've been conditioned to believe that more money requires more hours, that if you want to double your income, you have to double your output, double your stress, and eventually hire a team of 10 people just to manage the chaos. In 2026, that's not growth, that's a trap. Today, we're talking about the 4-hour creative week. This isn't about being lazy, it's about being leveraged. I'm going to show you the exact creative technologist stack that allows a single human to produce the output of a 5-person agency. We're moving from working in the business to owning the machine. If you've ever felt like you're hitting a ceiling on your income because you're out of time, this episode is your exit strategy. The biggest mistake creators make with automation is trying to automate everything. When you automate the soul out of your work, your value drops to zero. The secret to the 4-hour creative week is the human-in-the-loop model. You identify your genius zone, the 5% of the work that only you can do. Usually that's the high-level strategy, the final creative vibe check, and the relationship management. Everything else, the rotoscoping, the color grading, the basic assembly, the lead generation, the scheduling, that belongs to the machine. You aren't an editor anymore. You aren't a designer. You are the director of systems. Your job is to sit at the console and ensure the outputs match your strategy. You don't move the pixels, you move the vision. Let's talk tools. To hit this level of scale, your stack needs to talk to itself. The intelligence layer. This is where your research and logic-led pitching live. You're using AI agents to scrape market data so you don't have to. The production layer. You create the master template once, and the system renders out the 50 variations for different platforms automatically. The distribution layer. This is where AgoraLeads comes in. You don't spend hours hunting for work. The machine feeds high-fidelity leads directly into your intake. By connecting these 3 layers, you remove the friction of the middleman. You are no longer waiting for feedback or hunting for files. The system is always running, even when you're asleep. Scale used to mean more people. Today, scale means more computing power. When you operate this way, your profit margins explode. A traditional agency has 40% overhead in salaries and office space. Your overhead is a few $100s in software subscriptions. This is how Agora partners are making agency-level revenue while working from a laptop in a cafe. They aren't freelancers, they are creative architects. They build systems that solve problems, and they charge for the solution, not the time it took to build it. This is the ultimate end state of the automation alpha. Total decoupling of your income from your heartbeat. Your final task for this playlist is to audit your genius zone. Write down everything you did this week. Circle the 5% that actually required your unique brain. Then I want you to pick one of the remaining tasks and automate it or outsource it to a system this week. The transition from laborer to architect doesn't happen overnight. It happens one system at a time. The 4-hour creative week is waiting for you, but you have to stop being the engine and start being the pilot.